Peace, world. Today we're looking at a stove. This is the Solo stove. I'm not sure of the model. This is the smallest one they make. Very compact in size and a very good stove. We'll jump right in. So for storage, you can actually carry the stove as such. And as you can see, I've used it. Very good design, and it basically works through convection. So basically, you put your fuel in here, and there's an inner chamber, and you can see these holes going around it. Those holes pull in air from down here low on the outside. And if you look closely, you can see that inner chamber is kind of elevated. So basically, to pull air, once this inner chamber heats up, it's going to be pulling air from here. And that air coming through these holes is going to be coming from these vents down here. And these vents stay cold. So when this is burning, I can still reach down and pick this up from here. And it stays cold because it's pulling in air from the bottom, cool air, and it's going up here and burning. And what that does is actually, because the air is colder, you're pulling in more air. Kind of like an intake, a cold air intake. This is the pot stand right here. And you can set your pot on there and you're good to go. I really like this design for many reasons. One, very simple. You can use small pieces of wood, small chips. It burns very efficiently. And I didn't time how long it takes to boil about 24 ounces of water, but it's not long at all. Very decent, very fast. I also like that it keeps a low signature. Like if you're someone that likes to camp at nights in places such as let's say Mediterranean climates, like much of Southern California is actually a Mediterranean type of climate, like sagebrush and things like that. And fires at night or dusk, like you can see those for miles. Like, this is a good way to prevent that. You can set a few rocks, around this, or dig a small pit, put this down in there, even above ground. Like the signature of a fire in this versus out on the ground is a lot smaller. So it's a really good look. It packs really small. It's a good device also for even if you're using an alcohol stove. Like I also use an alcohol stove, and if it's windy, you just set the alcohol stove in here, and it'll help the alcohol stove burn as well because it's still getting air pulling through these vents. Very nice design. It's not I guess the way this is put together is new, but the concept is not new. I think they're called gasifying stoves, but they've been around for quite some time, and definitely a good piece of kit, good tool, good to have, good to keep around. I prefer it to fuel stoves, like the Dragonflies and the canister stoves. They're cool and all, but I really prefer just using wood or what's around to make flame and fire. I guess if you're, they're very kind of specialized tools. If you're going somewhere in terms of a summit, high elevation, very cold, not much wood fuel to burn, you're gonna need some type of fuel, so you bring a canister or whatever. But for what I do mostly, this is perfect. And this will burn, small brush, twigs, and dead vegetation just fine. Like no problems at all. You can boil water without an issue. And get you a shot with the this is an old pot I used to use. But you can see it fits just fine. And because it's a tripod, there's three, you're not gonna have any wobble of the pot or anything like that. So very good design, very solid stove. I would highly it's a good look. If you're looking for a stove right now, definitely check this out and see if it's something that you could use. I'd suggest it, especially if you're doing basic camping. You're not, climbing to high elevations where there's not any fuel and things of that nature. This is a very good stove to have. And that'll be it for now. Be right back at you with another stove review. Peace.